If you and your ex have been apart for over a year, then you need a completely different strategy to get your ex-boyfriend back. A lot has probably changed in that year and you need to analyze the situation with your ex before making a move. A lot has changed in this 1 year, and before we talk about what you should do, let's take a look at what you have. Before we get started, if you'd like to know the sneaky tactics to get your ex back, click the link in description below. A lot of people might think it's ridiculous to want to get an ex-boyfriend back after months or even years, but you shouldn't let a third part influence your decision. If deep down you know that this story isn't over and you are hoping to get back together, why shouldn't you try? Do you think if a breakup is starting to date back that it means that you can't be together again? The one thing that you can't seem to figure out is why they still occupy so much space in your mind, and you want to know why you can't stop thinking about this relationship after such a long time. First of all, the most obvious reason is love. Love is what makes you want your ex back after 3 months or more. Your feelings for your ex haven't disappeared, you've shared some very special moments together, you had a strong affinity, and you miss all of this. You haven't found another person that made you feel like this. If you have kids together, it's even harder to move on and to forget an ex. You're still in touch for your children's sake and you still see each other often. It's not rare for your emotions to remain strong, even if it's been years since the divorce. You spend an afternoon with the whole family together for a birthday, and that night you dream about the first time you had gone on vacation together, and about your relationship. This shows that you're ready to take action to do what it takes to be together once again. In order to get an ex back after a long breakup, you'll have to use some specific techniques because when months have passed, the methods you need will as well. If you haven't been in touch with your ex for a while, radio silence isn't the best move because you are already out of touch. Communication is what you need if you want to begin a new relationship with your ex. When you want to get an ex back 3 months or more after the breakup, you have to take some time to think because the person you had known before may have changed. Before you think about getting back together, having new plans together, you have to get in touch first and get to know each other again. You have to do this even if you haven't been in touch for 3 months because things can evolve very quickly. Whether you like it or not, the breakup has left a mark and you're not the same person anymore either. This doesn't mean that you two are strangers to one another, but it's important to rediscover one another. When you want to re-establish communication with your ex, you have to present them with something new and avoid basing all your conversations on the past. If you haven't changed anything since you've separated, whether it's physically, professionally, or in other aspects of your life, your ex will feel like they're just returning to the past. In order to attract them, you need to show them something new and exciting. Talk about a trip you went on, your promotion at work, or issues you had been faced with that you had surmounted. This is a great way to create an exchange and to start over. You shouldn't try to have the same foundations that you had when you were still together. A huge number of men and women make this mistake. Don't forget, the relationship ended up in a separation, so avoid the past at all costs, and don't make the same mistakes as before. One tip for getting your ex back after 3 months is using physical attraction. You already know each other, and if you had been together it means that there was already a considerable amount of attraction. So it's up to you to recreate this chemistry with the person that you're still in love with. The best thing to do is to begin a game of seduction. If you can spark their interest by becoming more seductive and more confident, you're going to make them want to approach you again despite the distance between you. If you'd like to know the sneaky tactics to get your ex back, click the link in description below.